Welcome everybody to another video here with Hustle Buddies, where we share tools, tips, and advice for Amazon sellers. I'm Nate. I'm going to be showing you probably the craziest update to Keepa that I have ever seen in the past 8 years of selling. Okay, this is wild and it's so incredibly useful. Everyone should be utilizing this immediately for your own businesses. Okay. All right, let me share my screen here. Now, this has come in conjunction with a change that Amazon put out back just a little bit before Q4 of last year, so like August, October time. Amazon has added this bought in the past month. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. All right, this little figure, it's on most pages. As long as a product has sold more than 50 times, it will usually give you this sort of threshold. Now, it tells you it in increments, so it's not going to say like 321 have sold in the past month. No, it just says 300 plus, and it goes in sort of bracket. So it usually starts at 50, then 100, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 500. After 500, it usually jumps up to 1,000, then 2,000, then 5,000, and then 10,000. There might occasionally be some things in between there, but they usually kind of bracket it off like that. So it's not exact, but it's also not an estimation. It's like a baseline, empirical, infallible, we know for a fact that 300 of this exact unit has sold in the past 30 days. The other thing that's really cool about this is that it is true for the child variation. So I'm not talking about this entire listing. And this is one of the problems you'll see with a lot of the estimators out there. So if I take this pair of pants, I use Ace and Zen here as my on-screen calculator. It's telling me that it has an estimated 7,670 sales per month. And I think that's a decent guesstimate for the entire listing. So this is every color and every size. What most of these programs don't do very well is the estimated sales per a variation. So per the size 4 black, per the size 6 flax, and so on and so on and so on. Same thing if you're using Seller Amp, doesn't do a great job of estimating the variations. Same thing if you're using Jungle Scout, doesn't do a great job of estimating, period, in my opinion, but it's there. It's one of the other ones that exists. This is telling you the absolute empirical data that we can absolutely trust. It's coming directly from Amazon. Okay, so if we want to change this, let's say we want to look up okay, we're trying to sell this flax one. Let me refresh my page for a second here. And this is also something that I've noticed as far as sort of needing to refresh the data. Sometimes if you're switching between variations, it's good to just give your page just a quick refresh, because sometimes the Amazon window will not refresh when you're changing between variations. So we see here on this black size 4 that it was selling, and I'll turn off all of these so we can just see this easily. It was selling 500 plus units during March 8. All right, so just a couple weeks ago. If we pull this out to a year, you can see here right at Christmas time, end of November to about the middle of December, 600 of these were selling or sold between those dates. All right. So flying off the shelf. If we want to change this, so let's just change this to the flax, and then I'll change the size to anything else. Let's see. My computer always slows down when I'm trying to record a video and also show you guys some stuff. All right. So we're going to change it to the 10 flax. And I am going to refresh the page because sometimes Keepa doesn't refresh along with the variations. So I'm just going to give it a flat reset. A reset to 4. That's annoying. All right. We should be able to get this, and it hasn't loaded yet. So I'm hoping that it's listening correctly. All right. We're just waiting for the Keepa window to pop up here. So this is so useful. It tells you exactly how much you can buy. If you really want to get nitty gritty with it, you can start comparing this to the number of sellers, to how many people are in the buy box. Yeah, here we go. All right. So we can pull this out for a year, and I see back in November, this one, again, I'll turn these off just to make it easier for you guys to see. This one was selling 200 times plus per month. It could have been 200 exactly. It could have been 230, 251. We don't really know. It was less than 300, but more than 200. So yeah, you get this hard empirical data, which is so useful. Okay. And this is for the variations. We can also see here So I pulled up one that didn't have any variations on it. It says 100 bought in the past month, this Pyrex thing. Pull this out to all time. We see this data. What's really interesting is like you can compare this because like we know at least 100, but probably less than 200 have sold in the past month. You can compare this to all of your different estimators if you're curious. So like I'm comparing this to Ace and Zen, and it says estimated monthly sales exactly 100. I popped this into Jungle Scout, so in the kitchen and dining category, it's currently ranked 54,000. Jungle Scout estimates 120 sales, which actually it's relatively that's a decent guesstimate. Okay. Often I find Jungle Scout to be the worst of these estimators. Seller Amp has one as well. Rev Seller has one. So whatever on-screen calculator you have has one of these. But the fact that Keepa has now added this like hard empirical data is just so powerful because there's no more estimations. We know for a fact that in the past 30 days, minimum of 100 of these have sold. Okay. Now, usually, most of us have that setting turned off. Most of us, when we're looking at our Keepa charts, we just see two graphs like this. We don't see a middle one because that middle one has never really been very useful. In order to see it, you have to click this little button that says sub ranks, okay? And then it'll pop up. And usually it'll show you all these other things, these other little sub rank things, not super useful in my opinion. I will never look at those. Those don't really tell me any pertinent information that this top graph did not. So in my opinion, just turn all of those other things off so it doesn't bog down your vision, and just look at this one. You can see the same exact thing in Keepa itself. So if we go to keepa.com, just pull up any old item, I don't know, pair of Adidas shoes or something. All right, Adidas. Let's just see what pops up at the top. All right, Adidas slides. You can see here this sub rank is turned on. Make sure that is turned on. And you can see here the estimated, or not estimated, the factual monthly sold. So in the past month, wow, it says 2,000 of these have sold in the last 30 days. As of yesterday, it was 1,000. So yesterday was probably like 1,999. And then today it sort of crossed over that barrier. And it looks like it flips between both of those. Back here is actually really interesting to look at. Let me turn off this stuff real fast. So yeah, 200 sold, then 300, then 400, then 500, then 400, then 500, then 600 as we're sort of getting towards Christmas. So I can see this is a great Q4 item right here. Just looking at this data. Yeah, we get towards December, boom, 2,000, pretty much right around Christmas, 3,000. Even after Christmas, we're looking at 2,000 and 1,000, pretty much all for the rest of January, February as we're going into summer. So really, really good stuff. So useful, guys. Absolutely utilize this for your own business. Turn the setting on. Make sure you click on that little sub ranks. Let me know if you see any other nuances or if there's any other sort of tricks or I guess nuances that you are familiar with that I didn't cover here. Because this is brand new, like, I don't know, 12 hours old, maybe 24 hours old. I'm not really sure because I didn't announce it. It's just people have started asking, hey, what's this? What's this? Have you guys seen this? So brand new, just came out. Utilize it for your own business and let me know what you think. We'll see you in the next one, guys.